Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. WWE Friday Night SmackDown will air a very special episode later today. The Blue brand's latest edition of the weekly television show will be held in Bologna, Italy. This is part of the company's ongoing European tour as part of the road to WrestleMania. So far, several matches have been confirmed for SmackDown. Zelina Vega will take on Piper Niven, Jade Cargill will battle Liv Morgan, and Braun Strowman will clash with Jacob Fatu. Additionally, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins will be in the house. One star who has not yet been confirmed for a role on Friday Night SmackDown and will surely appear on the show in some form is Charlotte Flair. The Queen is set to challenge Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania. The Queen will surely have to do something on SmackDown in Italy, but what might she do? This article will take a look at a handful of things Flair might end up doing on the Blue brand's episode tonight. Charlotte Flair is an incredible pro wrestler. She is a second-generation star, as her father is multi-time WWE Hall of Famer and wrestling icon Ric Flair. They share much in common, especially numerous championship wins. Another attribute they share is their willingness to succeed no matter what. Ric Flair was called the dirtiest player in the game in WWE and WCW for a reason. He would cheat in matches or attack stars when bouts weren't even taking place. To try to get one up on Tiffany Stratton, Flair could jump the women's champion backstage. If Tiffany doesn't see an attack coming, she can't protect herself from the potential onslaught. This would really give Flair some momentum ahead of WrestleMania. Charlotte Flair's alignment in WWE is quite interesting. When she first returned, it seemed as if the former Raw Women's Champion wanted the fans' support and adulation, even if some of the audience rejected her winning the Women's Royal Rumble match. At the same time, Flair has been quite smug. She put down Rhea Ripley and belittled the popular star. She has also jumped Tiffany Stratton and has talked down to B-Fab. This indicates she might be a villain. Still, WWE often works with shades of gray these days, and that could come into play on SmackDown. In an effort to end the violence and not risk jeopardizing their WrestleMania bout, Charlotte could confront Tiffany, but shockingly ask for peace. After the chaotic brawl they had last week, this would be a relaxing change of pace. As noted, Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton had an insane brawl on WWE Friday Night SmackDown last week. It started when Charlotte refused to let go of her figure-8 submission hold. Tiffany rushed out to attack the Queen and they were off to the races. Their fight was legendary, with referees and company officials unable to pull them apart. Even when it seemed as if the fighting had stopped, the two WWE stars interrupted the beginning of a promo with The Miz fighting around the Tron. It seems as if a ring cannot contain these two, and if Charlotte Flair agrees, she could try to add a stipulation to the match with Tiffany at WrestleMania. Flair could challenge Stratton to a false count anywhere match, which means they can fight all over the building, or even outside if they so choose. Flair could make the challenge on SmackDown. Given that Charlotte Flair is having so much trouble with the WWE Women's Champion, it may be time for Flair to look for some help. For the first time, Charlotte could decide to create a stable on SmackDown with the purpose of taking out Stratton. The two most obvious recruits she could attempt to gain the favor of is the duo of Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Tiffany Stratton was with Nia and the Women's WWE Speed Champion for quite some time before they had an ugly breakup. Nia and Candice both despise Tiffany, so it probably wouldn't take much convincing to get them to join Flair's side. Charlotte could also reintroduce Kiana James, supposing she's healthy enough to return from injury, as the rookie of this new potential stable. As a foursome, they might truly be unstoppable. Charlotte Flair is one of the most dominant superstars in WWE history. A 14-time women's champion, the daughter of the legendary Ric Flair has built a legacy of greatness, blending athleticism, arrogance, and a knack for stealing the spotlight every time she steps into the ring. With WrestleMania 40 in the rearview mirror and SmackDown continuing to evolve under Triple H's leadership, what's next for the Queen? Charlotte Flair has been absent from WWE due to an injury, but whenever she makes her long-awaited return, she has plenty of unfinished business. From title pursuits to shocking alliances and game-changing rivalries, here are 4 major things Charlotte Flair can do on WWE SmackDown. Charlotte Flair is at her best when she's chasing the gold, and even better when she's playing the villain. Right now, Bayley holds the WWE Women's Championship, having won it at WrestleMania 40 by defeating Io Sky. Charlotte has history with Bayley, dating back to their early days in NXT and their battles on the main roster. However, this time, there's a new dynamic at play. Bayley is the fan-favorite underdog, while Charlotte would be stepping into the role she thrives in, the queen who believes the title belongs to her. A storyline where Charlotte bullies her way into the title picture could create an incredible feud. Imagine Charlotte cutting a promo on SmackDown, dismissing Bayley as an accidental champion, and saying, "No matter how much you fight, Bayley, history repeats itself. And history says I always take back my throne." This could lead to a high-stakes championship match at SummerSlam, where Charlotte fully embraces her heel persona, mocking Bayley, cheating to win, and cementing her status as the most ruthless woman in WWE. The twist? WWE could give Bayley the moment of her career by finally overcoming Charlotte in a one-on-one pay-per-view match, proving once and for all that she can defeat the Queen. If WWE is looking for a major summer storyline, Bayley versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship is the way to go. Bianca Belair has beaten nearly every top name in WWE, but she has never pinned Charlotte Flair clean in a singles match. That's a huge gap in her otherwise dominant career. When Charlotte returns, she could target Bianca Belair, claiming that the EST is not the best until she beats the Queen. This feud could be a blockbuster, with SmackDown featuring weeks of tense confrontations, jaw-dropping athletic performances, and personal promos. A potential story direction. Charlotte mocks Bianca's title losses, saying she crumbles under pressure. Bianca fires back, stating that she doesn't need a famous last name. She built her legacy on her own. A brutal rivalry ensues, with high-stakes matches leading up to a potential WrestleMania 41 showdown. This storyline would not only be an epic clash of titans, but could also help define Bianca as a true generational superstar if she finally gets a clean win over Charlotte. One of the most intriguing possibilities for Charlotte's return would be to align herself with Tiffany Stratton, a rising star who has been compared to her multiple times. Stratton, who has already made a name for herself with her charisma, athletic ability, and Tiffy-time attitude, could benefit greatly from working alongside Charlotte. The two have similar in-ring styles and natural arrogance, making them a perfect fit for a dominant SmackDown alliance. A few ways this could play out. Charlotte takes Stratton under her wing, mentoring her and claiming that Tiffany is the only woman on SmackDown who reminds her of herself. They form a dominant tag team, running through the SmackDown women's division. Eventually, Tiffany turns on Charlotte in a power struggle feud, setting up a massive passing the torch rivalry. This would be a great way to establish Tiffany as the next big thing, while also giving Charlotte a fresh, engaging storyline. While Charlotte is a SmackDown superstar, she has unfinished business with Rhea Ripley. At WrestleMania 39, Ripley defeated Charlotte Flair in what was arguably the best women's match of the year. That victory cemented Ripley as a top star, but Charlotte has yet to get her revenge. A Charlotte versus Rhea Hyde match would be money, especially if it takes place at a premium live event like Royal Rumble or WrestleMania 41. Story-wise, Charlotte could return to SmackDown with a newfound focus, stating, "I've beaten everyone in WWE except one, and I won't stop until I take back what she stole from me." A heel Charlotte versus babyface Rhea could be an even bigger match than their last encounter. With Ripley more popular than ever, the story writes itself. Charlotte trying to prove she's still the measuring stick, while Ripley fights to keep her dominant reign intact. This could set up a career-defining trilogy, and possibly even Charlotte's 15th title reign. Charlotte Flair is one of WWE's most valuable superstars, and her return to SmackDown could shift the entire landscape. Whether she challenges for the WWE Women's Championship, feuds with Bianca Belair, aligns with Tiffany Stratton, or seeks revenge on Rhea Ripley, there's no doubt that the Queen will reclaim her throne. What do you think Charlotte should do next on SmackDown? Let us know in the comments.